Have you ever wondered what goes on inside the mind of a pet when their favorite person is no longer there? Let's take a moment to imagine it, through the eyes of a little cat who sits by the door, day after day. The afternoon light stretches across the floorboards, painting everything in a soft, golden hue. She sits there, a perfect silhouette of patience, her ears twitching at every distant sound. There was a time when the jingle of keys, the soft thud of footsteps on the porch, or a burst of familiar laughter would send her springing to life. Her whole world would ignite with the promise of a warm hug, a gentle scratch behind the ears, the return of her person. That sound was the symphony of her happiness. It was the rhythm of her life, the beat of love she knew so well. But now, the house holds a different kind of sound. It's the sound of silence. It's a quiet so deep you can almost hear the dust motes dancing in the sunbeams. The footsteps she waits for no longer echo down the hall. The laughter has faded into a memory, a phantom whisper in the still air. She still runs to the door sometimes, a hopeful, reflexive action born from a love that's etched into her very being. But the door remains closed. The silence answers back, a gentle but constant reminder of what's missing. She circled back to her spot, curl into a small ball, and resume her vigil. Her love was once a joyful dance, a celebration. Now, it's a quiet, unwavering watch. As the days bleed into weeks, and weeks into months, the world outside her window transforms. The vibrant green of summer surrenders to the fiery reds and oranges of autumn. She watches the leaves twirl and dance their way to the ground. A beautiful, melancholic ballet. Then comes the winter, blanketing the world in a soft, white hush. The cold seeps through the glass, but she remains, her fur a small, warm island in the cool room. Through it all, her spot by the door is constant. Her gaze, fixed on the paths outside, is unwavering. Some hearts, you see, are built with a loyalty so profound they never learn how to stop waiting. They don't understand goodbyes. For them, love isn't a chapter that closes. It's the whole book, and they'll keep rereading their favorite parts forever. The changing seasons are just scenery for her enduring hope. Spring returns, breathing new life into the world. Flowers push through the softened earth, and the birds return with their cheerful songs. But for her, it's just another turn of the page in her long wait. Her love hasn't faded with the passing of time. If anything, it has deepened, distilled into its purest form. It's a love that isn't dependent on presents anymore. It lives in the warmth of the sunbeam on the floor where they used to play in the faint lingering scent on an old blanket in the quiet hum of the house that was once filled with their shared life. Her memory holds the love, keeping it safe and warm. One clear, cold night, the moon casts a silver glow into the room. She shifts from her watch at the door and pads over to the window, looking up into the vast, ink-black sky. A blanket of stars glitters back at her like a million tiny, knowing eyes. And in that quiet, profound moment, a different kind of understanding seems to settle over her. Maybe the love she's been waiting for never actually left. Maybe it just changed. Perhaps it's not in the sound of footsteps anymore, but in the gentle rustle of the wind. Maybe it's not in a physical touch, but in the warmth of the moonlight on her fur. Perhaps love is like the stars even. When you can't see them during the day, you know they're always there. It transforms, becoming a part of the air you breathe, a light in the darkness. It becomes a quiet strength, a peaceful presence that settles deep within the heart. As a soft, gentle melody begins to play, she finally turns away from the window. She curls up in her favorite spot, not with the tense anticipation of waiting, but with a sense of peace. She closes her eyes, and in her dreams, she is no longer waiting. She is running, playing, and wrapped in the warmth of an embrace that, in her heart, never really ended. Because love, true love, stays. It stays in the memories, in the quiet moments, and in the hearts that continue to hold it long after people are gone. Thank you for sharing this moment with us. If this story touched your heart, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content that explores the beautiful connections we share. Until next time.